Míle Galéir agus Céad Míle Fáilte. We're back again another year and we're another concert lined up, and I think you will enjoy it. We have a great lineup tonight. You're all very welcome. So I'm going to hand you over to the great Martin Donoghue, and he will do MC for the night. So you'll be in good hands. Enjoy yourselves.
Hey! Hey! Wasn't Vonnie absolutely brilliant there? She's been working all year on that speech. Give her a round of applause. Fantastic. Vonnie's address to the nation. Honest to God, she just got me juices flowing listening to her there. She's unbelievable. So she's, and that's only the first half. What'll she be like in the second half? But anyway, I'm here with Moira. Moira, it's great to be back anyway in a great old hall. I can't even see as there's that many people. Do you not know there's a recession on? You're supposed to stay at home. Moira, I always look forward to once a year playing with Moira and Mick in the back. So you're very forward up here. Wouldn't happen in Cavan. And then somewhere behind me there's a drummer, a fella called Martin Murphy. I can't see. Can you see Martin? Can people in the middle see Martin? No? Move over a bit there to the sides. Martin Murphy's there, believe it or not. And we're going to play a couple of tunes. First one, just to start us off. And after this, everything gets better. So they stick me up first. Anyway, this is a hornpipe called Sean O'Shea's for the great man from Ballylickey in Cork. And I wrote this tune for Sean after a Comhaltas tour. And the second tune then is written by Eamon Connolly from County Fermanagh. And we go by his house when we go shopping in Asda. He's a house on the right-hand side when you go down to Asda, but we're not supposed to say that either. But he lives beside Asda. And when you're buying even the money changing, it's still good value. And along with that, this is his reel called The Best of the Bag. That's what it's called, The Best of the Bag, Eamon Connolly. So thanks very much, Moira. Martin, we're in the key of J, Martin. Is that okay? Spot on. And Martin, when my head stops going up and down, we're finished. Is that okay? Martin sometimes finds with the drumming that the music puts him off. Don't know how that is. We're down to the normal stuff now. We're going to get up some of the big bands straight away to get a big sound going. So Where is Mick Foster? Are you hiding there, Mick? Come on out here. I see Willie coming out here. There's a revolving door here and they're all stuck in it. Get all the troops out on the stage here now first and set them up. Some of your favourites here recognise Paddy, Willie there, Myra, marching. Anyone else? Who's doing the talking? Is it yourself, Tom? Tom Skelly here. You never get your hair cut since last year, Tom. That's a fair towel yoke hanging out either. Mark Murphy's like a cat at the back here there. He's going to grab it. Would you love a tail like that for America, Martin? You'd love a big tail like that, would you? Anyway, Willie told me here now they're going to play is it a 16-hand reel for you, so you all the dance? Okay, well, Paddy, you put some manners on them here. Paddy Maguire, you look sensible and normal because you played the accordion. Basically, banjos where I come from are known as bowruns with strings. So, 2 banjos and an accordion player. It's tough stuff, Paddy. I wish you luck. We're all going to say a wee prayer for you. We're going to count you in. Are you ready? Willie, away you go.
Here we go with 3 jigs. This time we continue on 2 reels, the reel of Rio and the humours of Tulla. This time it's two hornpipes, the Shaskeen and the Cliff. So now we come to another set of reels, the old bag of spuds and the two copper plates. very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from us, from Tom Skelly, Paddy Maguire here, and yours truly, Willie Carton. And give a big hand to Myra on the keyboard and Martin here behind us. Thank you all very much.
Lovely stuff. Willie, lovely stuff. There you are. It's not a great start. Give them a round of applause. They'll feel even better. Anyway, Martin, you're staying, so yeah, you're on duty. Martin's on extra time because on Monday Martin flies to America. So we're just hoping everything goes well. He's a bit nervous of the flying. And what time is your flight on Monday, Martin?
10:30.
10:30, so don't put any washing out in the lines in case the fucking plane's flying over this area. Be ruined, so because he'll be shitting himself. Honest to God. Don't put any... Anyway, there's the wee man himself. No, Mick, I'm not talking about you. Noel Butler. And Noel's going to America as well on Monday. The two of them are going together on the one plane. So we'll not see them for 3 weeks nearly. They're over on the official Comhaltas tour of America. Noel Battle and the big tour of Ireland. Travelled to Britain, and then Martin was the manager. And he played a bit of drums as well, but he actually gets to be the airplane pilot on this tour. And the bus driver. And the chef. So, great man, very talented. So anyway, we're going to have Charlene. Charlene's a fantastic young sean-nós dancer. I seen her last year here and was really impressed. So Charlene McCaffrey, originally from County Down. And she came down here and she's joined the border area here and enjoyed the traditions and the cultures. And I know we're going to enjoy this. Whatever you do, don't hurt Martin in any way. He bruises very easily, Charlene. And Martin, you keep your eyes on the drums. Because you'll not sleep tonight. You know that. You'll not sleep. He didn't sleep the last time. Charlene McCaffrey. Well done, Charlene. Wasn't that absolutely lovely? Great woman. You survived that, Martin, you did. Look at the smile on his face there. You'd like to do a wee bit of sean-nós. You could be on a Comhaltas tour dancing if you had to practice as a kid. He wouldn't, when he was doing Irish dancing, he used to put the two legs in the air at the one time. Now, it was good in later life, but not so good when he was dancing. Anyway, we have a man from the Connacht flute tradition here with us now. Last year, some of you might remember, we had Seamus Tansey. And funny, when he came here tonight and went into the dressing room, it was like he was still here. But the memory lives on in the playing and the music and the song, because we have one of the great traditionalists, John Carlos, from around Castle Plunkett area, and he's going to play some music. Now, John was sick during the year, and by the time the Connacht flag came around, he was better. But he was a lucky man because he just was caught at the right time, and he's here with us tonight and is in great form. And during the weekend, next weekend, up in Strokestown, during the Frank McGann weekend, he's doing a night of legends, Roscommon legends, along with Jimmy McGreevy in the kitchen of the old house up there, Strokestown Park House. So we're really lucky to have him here tonight. A flute player of massive renown, great player of tunes from the tradition, and a banjo player, and a great man for socialising, which basically means he won't go to bed and he sits up all night playing the flute and the banjo. So one of the best, John Carless. Come on, and John. That's you. There's him there.
Welcome, everybody. I remember being here 3 years ago, and I enjoyed it immensely, and I hope I went down okay on that night, because it's one of the finest concerts of traditional concerts that you can find anywhere. I won't do too much talking. I will start with a few reels with Gormans, and the second one is the Hares. Paul. Thank you. I'll continue this time with a few jigs. I think Martin don't know who's mad to go talking, so I won't detain him much longer. I won't detain you much longer either. I'll play 2 reels. I think the first one is called the Mossy Banks. The Mossy Banks and the Stony Steps. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, and a big round of applause for Myra. Thank you, Myra. Thank you.
And next Friday night he'll be in the kitchen. Are you making tea in the kitchen next Friday night, John Yar? Yeah, he said yes. So everyone's invited to Strokestown House, the kitchen, him and Jimmy McGreevy. And our next guest came all the way from the Tipperary country. And of course, she'll tell you later on, she has family, Siri relations just up the road. Famous lady of Irish music from a famous family. And with this being the Frank Gavigan night, as we could create the memorial night, Frank Gavigan associated with the Midlands, and also accordions. Eileen O'Brien's father, Paddy O'Brien, of course, a legend for all the box players from all styles and all genres and all ages, the great Paddy O'Brien. So Eileen O'Brien here tonight. Special guest tonight, travel all the way up. Give her a big round of applause. She's tuning up there. Now, she was at the Fla for 3 years in Cavan, and she never tuned once. And just because Myra's here, and Myra would know, you see, she's tuning. Philip, are you there, Philip Clark? Where are you, Philip? There's Philip there. She never tuned for you, Philip, did she?
Keep talking, Martin.
Keep going. How's things going? Are you okay over there, girls? This is the girl power tonight. Myra and Eileen together. And Nancy de Custle is down there from Radio na Gaeltacht for all our friends. Give her a round of applause. And our men, they're up there recording like hell, so they are. It'll all be on TG, Karen, Radio na Gaeltacht, so we'll have everything. It'll be on the web. And she's also very good on Facebook as well, as our Nancy. But take your cameras and your phones over, because this is going to be beautiful music from Eileen O'Brien and, of course, Myra Facey. Give them a round of applause. Ladies of the tradition.
Thanks very much, Martin. It's lovely to be here in Milltown, Rathconrath, and delighted to have Myra here with me. Honoured to have her. Actually, we've only ever played together in sessions, so this is the first time we played on a stage. And it's equally nice for me to be here because my grandfather, Jim Seary, came from just down the road, and great connections here with this part of the country. My grandmother was from Ballinaccargy, so I kind of have I'm kind of nearly home here, back to my roots. So thanks very much to the organisers for inviting me. So I'm going to start off with a couple of jigs, two of my father's compositions. The first one is called The Fly in the Porter. Do you have any flies in the porter up here? No? And the second one is called The Burning Brakes. Now, there's a story behind that where they were coming home from a flag hole one time, members of the Ormond Cayley Band, and my father was driving, and some of the members were all travelling in convoy, and one member of the band, the brakes in his car went on fire. But luckily, Pat Swan, who is Nora Butler's husband, is here in the audience tonight. Pat Swan was coming along behind them, and he was selling fire extinguishers at the time. So he saved the day. Pat Swan saved the day. So this tune then, my father then wrote this tune, he called it The Burning Brakes. Thanks very much. Okay. Those were two more of my father's compositions, Paddy O'Brien, and two hornpipes that he composed. The first one was called The High Road, which is the road between Milltown and Portroe. Milltown is the village where I grew up in Tipperary. And the second one was called The Surprise Hornpipe. And there was no name on that one. We found that one when I was compiling the book that I produced there a number of years ago. We found it among his compositions, manuscripts that he had around the house, and he hadn't gotten around to putting a title on it. So my brother and myself, my brother Donncha, myself decided we'd call it The Surprise Hornpipe. So I'm going to continue with a bar of a song. Is that all right? I'm going to sing The Mountains of Pomeroy.
On the mountains of Pomeroy. Fear not, sweetheart, he cried. Fear not the foe for me. No chain shall fall, whate'er betide, on the arm that would be free. Oh, leave your cruel kin and come when the lark is in the sky, and with my gun I will guard you on the mountains of Pomeroy. The morn has come, she rose and fled from her cruel kin and home, and bright the wood and rosy red is the tumbling torrent's foam. But the mist came down and the tempest rose, and it all around destroyed, and a pale drowned bride met Renardine on the mountains of Pomeroy. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe on the mountains of Pomeroy.
Thanks very much. I'm going to finish off now with a set. I'll play an air first of all. It's called Portnabuckie, which is, you know what the puka is, the spirits. So we're coming up to Halloween time. And so it's the song of the spirits. It came from the Blasket Islands, this tune. It came from the Blasket Islands. The fishermen used to hear the sound on the water, and I don't know whether it was the sound of the music from the Blasket Islands or the sound, some people think it's the sound of the whales that they heard, and this tune came out of it, this air came out of it. And I'm going to follow that then with two more of my father's compositions, two reels, The Four-Leaf Shamrock and Patrick's Night. And thanks very much.
Oh, lovely stuff. Was that a pleasure? All right, and there's a little pleasure as well because she has some of those books she spoke about that she done on her dad's music and the whole story with her tonight. And it will be a very valuable heirloom in years to come because there's a run of it when it's run out, but it's fantastic. And Moira beautifully played as well. Give them a round of applause. Lovely stuff, ladies. And the singing was a real treat as well. Eileen O'Brien from Tipperary. We're going to just mention there's some people in at the back standing, so if there's some seats at the side, I can see over here on your left-hand side, there's 5 or 6 seats midway there. Somebody wants to sit down there from the back. Over here on the left-hand side, there's 5 or 6 seats. So put your hand up if there's maybe a spare seat beside you. Lots and lots of people there at the back. It's a great turnout. Well done to the committee to get people here. Yeah, and there's some up on the stage here if you just want to sit up here as well. There's 5 or 6 Noel set up here as well. Anyway, we're going to Fermanagh. Ulster in the last few years has brought a crop of young players up over the last few years of box players and winning All Irelands and acclaim all over the place, including the great Christopher Maguire this year. And of course, Darren Breslin is here with us tonight. Great to see Darren. There he's there. Hey, yeah, boy, give us a wave, Darren. There's some there. Kissing women as he normally does. He's a great man. He can kiss in Irish or English, Nancy. No problem to that boy. But this is a real treat for all the accordion fans tonight because a rare visit doesn't come out often enough. And whenever she plays, it's a real special event. And of course, with the great contacts here, Mick Foster and the committee has Annette Owens travelled up tonight from Tempo. And a real pleasure, as I say. So I want you to give a great, great Frank Gavigan concert welcome to Annette Owens from County Fermanagh, champion accordionist.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here tonight. I've never been down this part of the country before and I'm delighted to be here and thanks very much to Mick for having me down. I'm going to start off with a couple of reels. The first one is called Father O'Grady's Trip to Boca, which is a Josie McDermott tune, and the second one is the Duke of Leinster. Thanks very much. We'll go on with a couple of jigs this time. The first one's called The Maid on the Green. The second one is called The Woods of Quailrua by John Dwyer. And the third one is The Woods of Limerick. We'll go on with a couple of hornpipes this time. The first one is called Fly By Night, and the second one is Chief O'Neill's. Thanks very much. And we're going to finish up with a set of reels. The first one is the Colliers, the second one is the Ravel Tank of Yarn, and the third one is the Kerry reel. And a massive thank you to Moira, who gets thrown in at the deep end, but no problem to her. And it's great. Thank you very much, Moira.
That was a real treat. A visitor from across the border, but one of the greats, spoken in hushed tones whenever she plays her sessions at the great Annette Owens. Remember, another round of applause. Thank you, Annette. And thank you, Moira. As Annette said, dropping in at the deep end all the time. Well, we have a big band now. We're coming up to the interval. And we'll let them come out first of all. Is there enough chairs here for them all? Mick Foster is back on stage anyway, that's for sure. And young Nora Butler is back out with us. Where are you, boys? They're in the hairdressing department. And here's the lady that's going to put manners on them all. Siobhan de Cunnaran from Limerick. works with Comhaltas in HQ in Monkstown. Give her a round of applause, Siobhan Cunnaran, all the way from Limerick. And she spent the last, suppose, year and a half working with Nora Butler here, improving his techniques, because, as I say, she coordinates with Comhaltas, and she also puts together the production on the Irish, British and American tour, Siobhan. And she had to work with Martin Murphy as well, and she said she got more out of it than she gave in, so I don't know what that means. Now, Mick Foster, if anyone was watching the Sky programme there, the Showcase channel, anybody watching the Foster and Allen show during the week, yes? Yes? Didn't Mick look well running around in his shirt with no pants on him, the dirty dog? He'll end up on one of them Channel 4 shows with that clip anyway. The good thing was I got to record it, so I did. So it will end up on one of them channels. But you looked well in your shirt, I tell you. You're at your ideal fighting weight that year.
Have good legs.
Good, lovely legs he has. I think his legs alone deserves a round of applause if you saw them. Oh, yes. But anyway, we'll have some lovely music. Moira's staying on stage. Martin Murphy's come out. Siobhan, Noel, and Noel, as I say, the harmonica mouth man, one of the legends, heads off on Monday on the Comhaltas tour. And of course, who needs to know anything but the greatest? Mick Foster.
D and G. Thanks very much. We kind of snookered Moira there at the start. It was, I suppose, it was lack of communication. We decided, you know, about an hour ago that we were going to do a couple of jigs and a few reels, and then Siobhan and Noel and myself decided we'd do hornpipes first, and we forgot to tell Moira. So we snookered her slightly, but sure, look at, she got back into it. Now we're going to do the jigs that we should have did earlier on, and I think so. And I don't know whether Martin told you or not, but after us, it's the interval. So there'll be, I think, 6 women going round there, delirious to sell tickets. So if you'll see them, we'll try and get the raffle and the break over as quick as we can, so not to be keeping you out half the night. And I suppose more importantly, not to be keeping us out half the night, that we can get up to Gunnins for a pint just to see us home. Anyway, a couple of jigs, and then we'll do 4 reels, and then we'll leave you in peace.
Oh, brilliant stuff. And the mighty lads and girls. Well done. How come the good lookings on that side? What happened there? You done that wrong, Mick. But anyway, we just have a little presentation. Vonnie and I were thinking during the week we should have recognised the great Noel Battle here. He's heading off to America. And he's a musician's friend, and he's a great friend to all the musicians and the youngsters. And I invited Nancy from Radio Gaeltacht to be with us in the second half, because we're closing down and there will be the raffle. Some people think the raffle could be the highlight of the night. But no, you're not supposed to think that at all. But we're going to ask Nancy to give a wee presentation here to Noel, because when he goes to America, we're worried about him getting dry lips. So Nancy, come on out here, Nancy. Look at especially for Noel Battle, because he'll get very dry lips when he goes to America. And anyone that knows Noel, he's always there with the Vaseline on the lips. So there, give her a kiss there, Noel. Now the two of them have Vaseline on their lips. So that's especially for you, Noel. And when you rub that on, you think of Nazi and Vonnie and myself and the work we put into this. And then Vonnie was afraid then, and Moira especially, Moira thought that Martin might be offended because he's going to America as well. And he'll be sitting a lot of the time, as Martin does. He's a taxi driver. And she said that we should get something for Martin as well to recognise the fact that he'll be sitting a lot. So Martin, on behalf of all the committee, this is for you. Look at this. A special edition box of Vaseline. Special, and it's very good for America. So there's the boys there. Now don't mix them up, lads, because there could be ones going in different parts. So keep the music going, and there is a raffle. I'll be telling you all about that. There's 12 prizes, believe it or not. So sorry, Mick, for interrupting. We'll let you off. A wee round of applause for Nancy. Thank you.
And I bring this with me.
Well done, everybody. Siobhan Cunnan from Limerick, the great Noel, the great Martin, Mick Foster, and Moira. And just to mention again, I think there's 2 CDs coming up. Noel and Mick have put a lovely CD together for Christmas. Crooked Road, is that right, Mick?
That's the one.
And he's also bringing one from his American tours as well. Noel is busy recording at the moment with Roisin Broderick, the All-Ireland concertina champion. So this man, I tell you, works very hard. And a couple of your twin daughters doing a bit of a raffle tonight, selling tickets. Your twin girls are out there, is that right, Mick? 6 or 7 of your daughters out here. You're a great man altogether, Mick. Jesus, it's great. I should have joined Foster and Allen.
The twins are out there with the 6 or 7 more. And they're not mine.
And before we go, we'd like to thank Martin Murphy. Look at this, lads. Martin Murphy, here, dancers are ready. So everybody, they can't come out until they get a massive round of applause. The Ballynacarrigy set dancers. Well, wasn't that mighty stuff to lift you there? Well done, Balnacarrigy set dancers. And they were enjoying it, which was nice to see as well. And the musicians had lifted them with the music. Lovely stuff. Well done them. Look, give them a round of applause. They're going down, keeping the dancing alive in the area. Very important. Well, we have Mr. Love himself. This is what he's known as. He's from Ulster. And many years ago, I was known as the Ulster Love God, believe it or not. Nobody believed that. And then this boy here came and took me title, so he did. And he's very shy, so he probably won't talk to you at all. And he'll keep his head to the floor, because just the way that Darren Breslin is, he's very shy. Oh, no, don't do that. He'll go all red. He'll go all red if you do that. Even his accordion goes red, honest to God. But it's always a pleasure. Great friend of mine a long time, and of course, Mick and Myra have met him on their travels, and he's been here before. And even though the place is full to the rafters and you'll be sweating, you're going to be even worse after this, because he'll drive you as mad. There's only one Darren Breslin. I think Myra with you, no?
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be back a year later and in better form and playing music again. So thank God. And there's a lot of people down there tonight that I'm not going to say this to each and every one of them, but there's a lot of people that prayed and sent up mass cards and got masses said abroad, and you know, it's just unbelievable. Thanks a million. Thank you. Thanks very much. That was a couple of jigs there. The first one, a composition by Paddy O'Brien called The Stormy Night. The second one I learned very recently actually of a good friend of mine, a flute player from up beside me, Lawrence Nugent, who's based in Chicago. And that's where I learned the second tune. So we'll play a couple of reels. There's a lot of requests to get through here, and I had a plan made out at the start of the night, but I think that's lying in the case out the back there. It was just a waste of time making one up. So the first tune, I got 2 or 3 people down there tonight asking me to play it. I played it here last year, Lucy Campbell, and the second one is a tune that I learned of a great girl from Tipperary, Claire Quinn. I learned this tune of hers, so thanks very much. Thank you. A man wouldn't be able for that all night. We'll slow her down a bit. We're going to play a couple of hornpipes here. It's easy on a body. The first one is a composition of the great Sligo box player, based in Dublin now for quite a while, John Regan. I'm sure a lot of you box fanaticus down there, you know John. And the second tune is a tune, funny, that I just learnt a couple of weeks ago of the great Michael Rooney, concertina and harp player. I think it's a composition of Paddy O'Brien's. Now, Eileen will keep me right on that now when she hears it. So that's 2 hornpipes. So thank you. Claire's just after telling me she loves my accordion. It's E flat, she loves it. I'm going to finish off here now, but we'll do another set. I have a wee surprise coming on now for the next set. A great friend of mine, and has done a lot for me down through the years with music and different things and friendship as well. So we'll have that next. I'm going to play a couple of reels here. The first tune I learned from the playing of Nuala Hare. I have no name for it, and that's typical. The second tune is one of my favourites and one of my idols that will never, in my eyes, be matched in Irish traditional music. Playing an accordion is Finbar Dwyer, one of the greatest ever was, and yeah. And I'm going to play this set here now for a small lad down in the crowd somewhere. I received a letter during the week written by his mother, and it was very, very touching. So he's a young lad down there, 14. He's starting to learn the accordion, and he was listening to my old bit of a record that was out one time. So Frank Ty is sitting down there. He's only 14 and he's starting a box. So Frank, this is for you down there. Good lad. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just give a big warm welcome to Nancy Nikotska on the flute. She's going to finish off with me, a great friend of mine.
Dear Reeb, Cechi Wilship, I'm very delighted to finally get to play a duet with Darren Breslin, who I always admire his accordion player. And I was very delighted as well that we had Annette Owens this evening, because I've been trying to record her for the last 4 years, so finally got her. So and she's been requested a few times on my programmes on Radio Gaeltachta, and I never had a proper recording of her to play, so that's rectified now, thanks to Mick Foster and the great committee here and the great concert they have every year. And Myra here as well, fair play to her, thrown in at the deep end here. So myself and Darren are going to play 2 reels for ye. The first one, The Moving Cloud, was requested by a friend of yours, Darren. Many friends down onto The Moving Cloud, and Noel Hedwin asked for The Books of Oran Moore, so we had to play that as well. So those are the 2 reels we're going to play, while Darren is changing the strap here, because the flute I have is in a different key to his other box, so we're having to swap the boxes here. So. Dare away, he says, no, we'll wait now and do a proper duet of it, or a trio with Myra here. And last year we were saying that Darren, myself and Moira had a bit of a joke between us. We were saying we're going to adopt Darren, you know. And she says, take your hands off him, he's already in a foster family. So but we came to an agreement anyway, so we're going to play music together instead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute privilege to be back down here for the 3rd year in a row. You've been all absolutely amazing, and as I say, I have some great friends down here, like, you know, and Donal and Podge Ryan. Listen, I could name them all night, the Scallies, and I just want to say a massive thank you for everything, as man says, over the last 3 years, and thanks to Mick for having me here, and thanks to Myra, who jumps in every year at the deep end with my lovely E-flat, and thanks to Nancy tonight. So thanks a million, and good night. I thought I was out of the trap.
Done this. So. We've planned on curtains for cakes and raisins for everything. That's one of Anne Conroy Burke's compositions. And the second one I think we're going to try is The Lark and the Strand.
Well done, Darren, there. That was just warming you up, Nancy, wasn't it? He's some boy. Did I call him the love god? Some boy. Darren Breslin, isn't it great to see him in great form? And he genuinely is very appreciative of all the people that taught him when he was sick and ongoing treatment, and all his friends in the music, and that's what it's about. I remember Laura Samorica once describing the Comhaltas and the traditional music as a big family, and that's what it is when people are sick. They really show their best. But Nancy, a great friend of the festival here and the whole events that happen here for this night, and throughout the year she attends everything that's going on in Ireland, and her and her team, they record regularly, and if it's not the Flan Derry, it's something down in Munster or it's across the sea. But it's great to have her here, very knowledgeable and a great exponent of the language and the music. Take it away, Nancy Nicostler. And Moira, poor Moira, you need a jar of Vaseline as well.
I'll continue with the slow air at this stage. This is called Tom Shimahalla, Snadush Dermay. Nice Walls is the first one. Is in composition of a flute player from North Clare, Michael Hines, and he calls it Ballyvaughan Bay, and it's on his CD called The Spectacle Bridge, himself and Dennis Liddy brought out a few years ago. And the second one is a well-known one, Tasna na Duntan the Westering Wake. I'll finish up with three reels, and I'll play these for a friend of mine who came all the way from Waterford for the concert tonight, Frank Drohan down there. Hope you're enjoying the concert, Frank. And the three reels is John Brennan's, one from Sligo. The second one is George White's, and the third one is The Mountain Road. Thank you very much, and thanks, Moira, for being so helpful and falling in with everything we do up here. Thanks, Moira.
Great performance. Lovely to hear the airs and the waltzes and all. Great variety. Thank you, Nancy. And listen regularly. She features all the best albums and new CDs and recordings. That's the great thing about Radio Gaelic. They're out on the road picking up all the good shows. Again, Moira, job well done. Well, we're going to have all our acts to test the bar now, because we have in traditional music Lady Gaga. That's how she's talked about in circles of traditional singing. Lady Gaga has come to Rathconrath. Where is she? Come on out, Lady Gaga. Nora Butler. And she's accompanied here by an all-star duo. Eileen on the fiddle and Mick Foster with his trousers on. It's nice to see Mick with his trousers on. After the appearance this week, I was afraid to come up. But he said that'll never happen again. And Moira, join in. So whenever we're just going to set the band up here. Which would you like? You one in the middle. We want you for the video. Is she okay there? Have you got her all in? This is the queen of the ballads. Great recordings, albums, All-Ireland titles, tours. She's done it all. She's done it all. And you think Martin Murphy's vest is sweaty? Well, she's wore the vest. She's wore the vest for Comhaltas. And she's travelled the world. But no better place to come tonight than Frank Gavigan's concert. One of the ladies of Irish song, Nora Butler.
If there's only to come back and meet all the faces to welcome us when we got here tonight. Even out at the car park, there were news in the dark even. So it is great to be back. And, Martin Donoghue always calls me Lady Gaga. So for Martin, for the great flag cure that was ran in Cavan, I'm going to sing a Cavan song called Loch Sheelan Side. Farewell, old Ireland, a long farewell. My bitter anguish no tongue can tell, for I must sail o'er the ocean wide from my cottage home by Loch Sheelan side. How proud was I of my girl so tall, envied most by the young and all, when I took Eileen, my fond young bride, to my cottage home by Loch Sheelan side. But oh, those good times were not to last. The landlord came our homes to blast. He drove us out in the blinding snow, and from Loch Sheelan we were forced to go. No one would open to us their door, for fear his vengeance on them might fall. Poor Eileen fainted in my arms and died on that snowy night by Loch Sheelan side. So farewell, my country, farewell for aye. My ship will soon bear me far, far away, yet my fond heart will still abide near to Eileen's grave by Loch Sheelan side. Thank you very much. I suppose, I don't know what I sang here. I've been coming down a good few years now, but it's my first time able to sing a song in Irish. So I will sing a Gaelic song. Actually, it is a very sad song, and it comes from the Waterford side of the country. It's the Daisha. It's called Slieve Gal Guna Fela. And it's a song I got actually from Eileen O'Brien. Eileen plays this tune all the time. So I'll give it a try. Father, oh, again me am he kush kunni mener go trail og fevron until a buir heftim dear me goes tear mochlefa so aliav galgona fela leser janom chri da mein chemes magwelte ich kindlas na schiffer nur es skapen tas na grenon og sperjel kan small når da meinchen sot when rilten når da hitten drukt on så aliav galgo nahierchin da medar all Shemaleok nak forest tågant I lenis morquit olish Ingeli gosel kjolver Bahjoltam of vil Da från kort or salja Staheren bo har barkort Maraliav galko avralom To ardu irim Mahratsa haulna disha Dear bonded land alifa Oh novice now har train were Time tracta con free Lans a sheer go heran Agus lálish liv na fela Leser janom chri I dedicated that song actually to an old friend of mine down there, and he's a friend of all of us in Canella, Philip Clark. He always runs good concerts out there too. So that's for Philip. So we're going to finish off this song. It's especially for the people who are going to America on Monday, to wish them well, Noel and Martin. And anyway, we're going to sing the song. And you can all sing along with me if you know it. It's called The Shores of America. And just to thank Moira and Eileen and my old friend Mick for the grand backing. It's ladies' choice. I'm bidding farewell to the land of my youth and a home I love so well. And the mountains grant to my own native land, I'm bidding them all farewell. With an aching heart I'll bid them adieu, for tomorrow I'll sail far away. O'er the raging foam, for to see the home on the shores of America. It's not for the want of employment I'm going, it's not for the want of fame. The virgin bride may shine over me and give me a glorious name. Sure, 'tis not for the want of employment I'm going, for this weary and stormy sea, but to seek a home for my own true love on the shores of America. And when I am bidding my last farewell, sure the tears like rain will blind, to think of the friends of my own native land and the home I'm leaving behind. But if I'm to die on a foreign land and be buried so far, far away, no fond mother's tears will be shed o'er my grave on the shores of America. And if ever I do return again my own native land to see, it's there that my friends will greet me with a smile, they'll welcome me. For my own true love is as dear to me as the flowers that blossom in May. With a kid me the vulture, you'll welcome me back from the shores of America. I tell you what, we have a song here. It's a song. I hope there's no one getting married, because to be a very serious song if you were, when you hear the story of the song and hear what I'm going through. We sang this here a few times before, and any of you that have heard it must know it by now, and those that don't have heard it, you're in for a treat. Pat is going to join me for this song. We're fighting before we start.
Oh, I'm David over from Ballyporeen, and I met Mary Ellen when she was 18. We're 40 years married through trouble and strife. Oh, bad luck to the day that I made you me wife.
Sweet David, a drover from Ballyporeen, he popped me the question when I was 18. He promised me heaven, the truth I will tell, but I've chained all my life to a devil from hell.
Oh, your tongue is like lightning, you ugly old sack. From morning till night it goes clickety-clack. You idle old gossip, you have me disgrace, with your hairspray and lipstick, your powder and paint.
You're drunken old buzzer, no more of the chat. With your tongue like a razor, you silly old rat.
Thanks.
Not a bob do we earn, we live on the dole.
Could be right.
And the children, poor creatures, they're hungry and cold.
Oh, the children, the craters, you care not a cheek. While you lie in your bunk and you snore like a pig. Poor Timmy, poor Pat, poor Tom and Eileen, poor Jimmy and Jack, and the other 18.
See here, me bold hero, this stick I have got, and 'tis I that can use it, believe it or not.
I know.
Long years have I suffered and carried the cross, but remember me, boyo, from now I'm the boss.
Ah, Nelly, Alana,
At Davia's door,
let's
love one another and quarrel no more. We'll be kind to the children as we were before.
And when God sends another,
oh, lovely Astor. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. Wasn't that massive stuff? Well done, Pat. Well done, Nora, Mick and Eileen. Well done, Moira. Always a special treat to have Nora Butler in any of your presence. And she did mention Philip Clark there in the concerts for Dr. Gavigan. And I remember Eileen and Nora and Pat travelling up. I think it was on a Friday they arrived, and they done the Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. And it was about 3:30 when the pubs closed at 1 o'clock. And they said, we have to go back because we promised we'd do something tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And of course, Philip and Betty and all the boys says, she'll stay. There's a bed there. Oh, gee, you know, we'd have to be there tomorrow. No, and we have to go home and get up for Mass. So off they went and left at about 3:30 driving back. So they are what it's all about. People like Nora Butler. A round of applause again. Well, here we have the family. A famous family, the Canella family, a long time hitting the roads of Irish music. Sinead and Aoife and David and Pádraig here. Lovely range of instruments, and a long time associated with music for those from the Paddy O'Brien era when I first came into the boys who were playing the tunes and combinations and groups and bands and recordings. So a bit like Annette Owens earlier, we don't hear enough of the music of the Cancellas. So it's really great to have them, have them here tonight with us and to enjoy their music. So give it a round of applause. Getting really special music now from the Cancella family. Moira staying on stage.
Folks, thanks very much. It's great to be here tonight, and thanks to Mick for inviting us. We're going to slow it down a bit here. It's going to play a slow air, but Nora Butler sang my tune, so I have to think of something else here. So I'm going to play a tune called The Brendan Voyage on the pipes, and I'd like to dedicate this to Sadie and Helen Bannon down there. Related to my wife, so I heard her down there tonight. Haven't seen them yet, so this is called The Brendan Voyage. Thank you. Right, we're going to continue with a few jigs. First one is Apples in Winter, and then Flying the Porter, a tune by Paddy O'Brien, Eileen, that was on earlier. Paddy taught us back in the 80s. We're very fortunate, and this is a tune called Flying the Porter. Paul Drain's going to come up and sing a song, I believe, after that as well, so he's going to get ready there.
Thank you.
Podge, in your own time, whenever you want to come up. Well, Podge is getting ready there. Pádraig and Aoife are going to play a duet. And right, thanks very much. Don't know what the first one was there. Collins's, and the second one was the Ivy Leaf. Yeah. We're going to start off with play a few hornpipes now. Yeah, Friendly Visit, which was one of Paddy O'Brien's tunes again, and then The Plains of Boyle. So I'd like to dedicate these to the O'Rahillys down here, Mr. O'Rahilly and Pádraig. Great to see them out. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
Right, thanks very much for that. Just to finish up, we're going to finish up with a set of reels. John Blessings is the first one. The second one is a reel composed by Tommy Peoples. And the last one, Borek says, was composed by Catherine McAvoy. And we'd just like to thank Maureen on the keyboards. Thanks very much. And to Mick for inviting us over. And, it's been a great concert, so thanks very much.
Super stuff, wasn't it? Really worth listening to that. The Canellas there from Rathconrath, one of the great families for the years throughout the flagpoles. Well, we're going to set up for our last act, and it's about 11:30 or whatever it is. I don't have to watch, but I think it was in a great show tonight. One of the best years ever for talent and song and dance. So, for all the musicians, before we get the final band on stage, I think a big round of applause for Seamus and Sound. And we're going to have the pleasure of listening to all this again on DVD and on Radio na Gaeltacht with Nancy's show. So we'll have some postings on Facebook, and we'll give it a mention on Saturday night on the radio as well when we know the date. And it's going to be broadcast. So we're going to set up 9 chairs set up, and we're getting the drums out and everything else. And we'll start the raffle. Have we all our tickets ready? A great night. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed it. Nancy has recorded all for broadcasting. And there's a beautiful DVD, and it's important to hear this. The DVD can be bought, and if you talk to Vonnie, she'll put you in touch with how to get it. But we're going to call out on stage one of the famous bands with an array of talent, mature musicians and some of the younger generation blending together. And we're going to get the house lights off, if Noel can get them off. Can you do that, Noel? Some of these people look better in the dark. No, I'm just talking about the front row. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to have it up, a big round of applause for the Bridge Cayley Band, our last act here tonight at the Frank Gavigan concert.
Cormila Mahagriv Gurniushin. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And that was, we made a CD about 14 years ago. We're nearly due to make another one now, I think, in a year. And we had that set of reels on it, and we called it the Milltown Rathconrath set. And the reason we called it the Milltown Rathconrath set is that Milltown Rathconrath has been very much home to the Bridge Cayley Band for a long, long time. And before the Bridge Cayley Band, to Sean Ryan's Cayley Band. I remember the first time I came to Milltown was back in August 1964. And we were playing at a Cayley in the old hall, which I absolutely loved that place. I suppose it was a quarter of the size of the hall here, but there was a sound in that place, and it was just brilliant. And all the great people, Vonnie Geraghty's father and Johnny Geraghty's father, they used to do kind of a clog dance, and it was just absolutely super. Paddy Kelly, better known as McCutcheon, would get out, and he would only get out on one condition, and that was that Johnny Cleary got out and danced with him. And I haven't met Johnny yet tonight, but I believe, do I see him? I do. I see him in the distance there. Another fantastic character. But Milltown Rathconrath, we loved coming here. So this is very much a homecoming or a gathering, whatever. I was delighted when Vonnie got onto us. And Vonnie has rung us regularly, about twice a week for the last 6 or 7 weeks, to make sure that we're... So not alone that we have a couple of practices, but we resurrected the old blue waistcoats. And I'm sure Martin O'Donoghue will be very happy to see the Cavan colours up here as well. But this is it. We have a lot of gorgeous young members in the bridge since we last played in Milltown Rathconrath, and a couple of the elders as well. My brother-in-law, Pat O'Mara, here on piano, member of the bridge since the very first night we were founded. Robert Leeson came to us a couple of years later and had many happy nights in Milltown as well as Pat. Karen McCormack and Liam, of course, two locals. And from over here, Sinead Call, Ciara Brennan, and Niamh Furlong. And in the back, you can't see her that well, a gorgeous girl called Mary O'Reilly. So I remember a few years ago, the bridge were competing at some flower or other. We didn't get anywhere anyway, but I remember there was a young lady, a new member, came in, the practice was in our house, and she came in, and one of my sons, he was at that age, you know, young lads, when they get to about 15 or 16, you know, they get very smart with their fathers and that, but he said to me in a kind of with a leer on him, he said, "Dad, what's the criteria for membership at the bridge now?" He said, is it musical ability or is it looks? And I said, well, the musical ability first, but I said the looks are just a happy accident, and we've been very lucky in the bridge with that. We're going to continue with a set of jigs, and I won't tell you anything about them. They're nice jigs, and hope you enjoy them. DG, yeah. Oh, sorry. Can you put in the fiddles or the mics a little bit nearer to you? That's what Kieran Hanrahan call a well-rehearsed finish. And we're going to play a little set now that we had on our original vinyl way back in 1976. The fiddles start this off. I shouldn't be ruining the surprise on you, I suppose. So can you pull in there and we'll see how this goes. Okay, Mick Foster said we were to play 4 pieces, so we're going to finish up with a set of jigs that we had on the first LP way back in '76. And the first one, we used to call it Willie Clancy's jig. The second one is one of Sean Ryan's jigs. And the third one is called Tripping Up the Stairs.
We're to play the national anthem.
thanks very much, everybody. I think a great concert tonight, but a great audience as well. There'd be no happy musicians behind stage, singers or dancers. So thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for travelling out supporting traditional Irish music. Frank Gavigan and family be very proud tonight. Frank was an ambassador for this area, and of course his music lived on through his pupils and through the people he met and shared it with. So a great finale. We're going to, if everyone doesn't mind, thanks again to Seamus, thanks to Radio na Gaeltacht, thanks to DVD, thanks to the committee behind stage, fed and watered and looked after all the musicians. Give the ladies and men a round of applause. The stewards, all the volunteers. Mick Foster said to say as well that his autobiography, The A to Z of Mick Foster, is now in Tesco, him and Tony Allen. So there's lots of pictures for you to colour in as well. So that's going to be a lovely present for Christmas. So thanks to everybody. We're going to ask the Bridge Cayley Band, who have just been beautiful to listen to. Great to see them out, boys and girls, for a run, Naveen. So thanks very much, everybody. Safe home.